What's going on, guys? So if there's ever been a tobacco fragrance that is near perfection, in my opinion, it's Triumph of Bacchus from Argos. It's just masterfully composed, second to none in presentation, quality, and appeal. And this is an older bottle. The presentation's changed. It's now snap-in collar, full metal cap, glass stop in the atomizer, micro atomizer that gets you more of the heart notes in the opening of the fragrance. This is just a beautiful peach apple, rum tobacco amber combo. Spices that aren't overdone, a richness, great performance. Like this is a masterpiece. It just is. So I immediately ask the question when Triumph of Bacchus EXTRAIT comes around is, how can you make this better in any way, shape, or form? Well, we're going to see if that was actually done. I have faith. I know at minimum it's going to be as good. I don't know what notes have changed. I've been avoiding the note breakdown on this, but we're going to compare these side by side to see, is it worth the upgrade? Is there differences, or is it literally just an even more powerful version of this masterfully done fragrance? Let's find out. Stay tuned. So before we jump into it, Christian, owner, CEO, perfumer of Argos, did send this my way. Has no bearings on what I'm going to think about the fragrance, because anybody familiar with me in the channel, you know I just roll with what comes to mind, just naturally flows right out of my mouth. So whatever I think is what I think. There's a discount code below that is an affiliate link. If you're interested in checking out anything, I would encourage sampling. Sample packs are available, but I don't even know what this smells like yet. Let's get into it. So it was nice of him to send the test strips. We got the Argos blotters here. We'll put that to the side. But we're going straight on skin here. So Christian does it up with presentations, guys. So there was a wax sealed envelope with a special card and everything, all custom made stuff that I had already opened and read. But now the foil on this wrapping is thick. This is not some cheap wrapping paper type of thing. Like, this is thick, like construction paper type of thickness here, guys. So go ahead and pull this up. It's like a challenge to take this damn thing off. It's no joke. It is definitely no joke. We'll put that to the side, and then on top of that, it is sealed. So here you go, Triumph of Bacchus EXTRAIT. I believe that's the same exact artwork that is on the original box. I don't have the original box anymore, but here you see it says EXTRAIT. It's the 100 ml bottle. The artwork for the Greek mythology runs all the way around. So let's cut this bad boy open. That was loud. I bet that was loud in the microphone, because that was loud for me. So it's always nice to have the box within the box. And there's always this beautiful texturing to Christian's boxes. It is a magnetic side flip. Nothing going on anywhere else around it, so we'll bust it open. Does have the story as well as the note breakdown here, which we'll check out in just a little bit. But I want to look at the new plate before we look at any of that. And a beautiful touch that he does now is Christian does laser etching on the glasses, on the glass bottles. So let me get this to focus so you guys can really see what's going on here. This is the second bottle he has done this for me. You can see my full name on the base of the glass. That's actually etched into the glass. Argos logo with his signature, Christian Petrovich. So that's a beautiful, beautiful touch. And it is the same artwork, only with his enamel painting. So instead of the gold and silver with the texturing from this is the original, this is the EXTRAIT. Look at that detail work. This is all hand painted, by the way. The addition of the rubies, I don't know if that's real rubies or not, or what kind of jewel that is, but you can see them in the top corners. The detail work has even been elevated. This is absolutely magnificent, guys. Just stunning work. I mean, this plate looks better. Don't get me wrong, this has a regal, refined, elegant look to it, but it pops more with the color. And then this is a brushed all-metal cap. Has the jewel in the eye for the Argos logo. So, absolutely stunning. The juice color, this took a few years for it to macerate and turn this color, but this is already darker. We get to where my hat's not involved. This is the new one. It's actually a little bit darker than the matured original. So you can hold, these caps hold, guys. And then the micro atomizers, let me just show you what the old one looked like. Good spray, but the new ones, pressure sensitive. Oh, that's unmistakable Triumph of Bacchus. So we're going to go left hand with the original. So watch hand's got the original. Non-watch hand, God, give a little bit more. Such a fine mist. Big difference in atomizers. I tell you, the presentation. It's crazy to think that you could step this presentation up, but he did. Leave it to Christian. So, not going to look at the notes yet. But out in the air, it smells like Triumph of Bacchus. So this is the original. So this is matured for a few years now. So the peach apple, more so the apple, really jumps out. Ambery and apple heavy in the top. Lovely dose of rum that's so smooth. It's rich and thick. And then on top of that, you have tobacco floating in the background. A nice earthy tone hiding underneath that comes out more as it drives a little bit of sandalwood or woody nuance of some kind in general. I don't remember if it's sandalwood, but so good. This is my favorite tobacco fragrance. So that's why I hold it in such high regard and say, how can this be better? Like, it has to just be as good, right? That's my thought process, because this is just so good. Now, the Extrait. There's a spice standing out a bit more and a different sweet note. Same DNA, but there's something different here. There's some kind of aromatic spice, maybe a pink pepper. Pink peppercorn kind of thing. I think that's what it could be. That's just off the top of my head what comes to mind when I smell that. This is actually fresher in the top. And it could be because it's a fresh pour that's been macerated. I forgot how long he macerates his oils. It's for a while. But this had that maceration process plus years to sit and mature. It's fruitier, but still fresher. Like, I think that's why I'm thinking it's fruitier, because it's fresher, which is weird for it being an extrait versus the original. The original's warmer. Let's look at these notes. Let's get to it here. Top notes: saffron, white peach, green apple, rum notes. Hearts: patchouli, jasmine, tonka bean, vetiver. Base of tobacco, amber, sandalwood. So it is sandalwood. Vanilla and musk. Now, comparatively, let me pull up the original's notes. So comparing the notes, saffron, white peach, green apple, rum notes, same top. Heart is patchouli, jasmine, tonka bean, vetiver. Patchouli, jasmine, tonka bean, vetiver. Base of tobacco, amber, sandalwood, musk, and vanilla. So it's the exact same note breakdown. It's just a higher oil concentration. It really is. I'll be damned. But I think the reason it's fresher, I really do think the reason the new one's fresher is because it's newer. Over time, this will be richer than this is. Because this used to smell more like this. It had more of a freshness, an airiness to it, more bright. It's a brighter fragrance when it's new, at least this was. Now this is so much warmer, thick, very robust fragrance. Whereas this smells like a slightly fresh top on added to the richness of this. Like, this is already to this one's level of maturity with depth and just how just robust the profile is. Whereas over time, I think this is going to get ridiculous and get even darker, because this is already a darker juice. And these are natural colors, guys. He doesn't dye these fragrances. Okay. The tobacco does come out a little bit more. It is louder, too. It's pushing off the skin more than the original. It is a little bit superior. I'm not going to sit here and say it's just so much better, because it's not so much better. Slight. Slight. So I will say, if you have this, you don't need this. But if you're going to get one, you should probably get this one. It's just what I'm thinking here in the moment. You're good either way. I feel like I'm getting more spice here as well with the new one. And I'm impressed. Look, it wasn't reinventing the wheel. I don't think it's a major improvement because, I mean, I just never could see how much more it could be improved upon because it's already so phenomenal. And that's where I'm standing with it right now, is if you don't have Triumph of Bacchus in either form, right now in this moment, I think the X-Straight's going to be the one to get of the two. But if you have the original Triumph of Bacchus, unless you just love the house and want to get all of the releases, or you have that collector mentality with certain fragrances, and Argos is one of them, then sure, go for it, yes. But you don't need this if you have this. But if you don't have this, get this. This is the one. It is a little bit better. And oh my. Okay, so I hope the camera picks this up. Picks this up well. Okay, here's the oil sheen on my left hand. That's the original. See the difference? Just how much more oil is on it. That's the X-Straight. Let me get it in the same light. Like even when just so much more oil. It's at least as robust as the well-matured, years-matured version of the original. I'm impressed. But it didn't change. This is a true elevation of a higher oil concentration of the same formula. The reason I think it has that light freshness compared to the original at the top is just because of the age difference in the two oils. And I'm sure that's literally all it is. It really can't be anything else. That's pretty much what I think it is here. I'm pretty confident that I'm accurate. Obviously sample, but I'm telling you, you don't need both. Unless you just want to have both, which I'm not going to act like I'm not happy to have both. This is superior slightly. And I bet this one, like, you got to scrub off to get rid of. Because this is a big difference in oil. I bet this is 40% or better. Because this is a nice oil sheen here. This is a heavy oil concentration at the eau de parfum level. This is 22% easily. This is probably like 40%. I forgot what it is. He told me. I think it's around 40%. Wow. So, I mean, it's absurd. Look how much oil is on my hand. And these are the highest level of raw materials available, guys. Christian does not half-ass his sourcing. He goes with the best of the best. That's just how he operates. It's an amazing luxury fragrance, I gotta say. So just to recap real quick, if you don't have this, get the X-Straight instead. If you do have this, it's not such a significant difference that you need this. You're fine. Extreme level redundancy. Only collectors will feel they need both. Some form or fashion of collecting. But for those of you that have neither, obviously sample. Just know that they smell the same. It's the same fragrance. This is just a much higher, like double, roughly, oil concentration version. And it's going to be superior. This is going to be absurd longevity. Like, it's coming off when you take it off. It's not just going to fade. I probably wouldn't spray clothes with this because it might never go away. It's going to stain clothes probably because it's a very dark natural color juice. It'll probably stain a light fabric and it'll be there forever. So that's my thoughts. That's my first impressions on Triumph of Bacchus X-Straight. Thank you, Christian, for sending this my way. Very thankful for that because this is my favorite fragrance. For all the great stuff he's put out, this is still my favorite fragrance, and the superiority to the new X-Straight is just that. It's going to last forever, and this was already a beast. So for those of you that are looking for the absolute most performance and depth, it's deep already with a fresh pour. The X-Straight. And until next time, do me a real quick favor. Go ahead and like, comment, subscribe. I do appreciate all the feedback, and I love hearing from you guys. How many of you have both? Do you agree? Have you tried both? many of you have this one? What do you think? How many of you have this one? What do you think? Let me know down in the comments. I'm curious. And until next time, guys, I will say if you get your hands on either one, you give them a spray now. I'm really, really, really confident you'll thank me later, because this is my favorite tobacco fragrance, and it's now in an extrait form at high oil concentration that literally looks like I put cooking oil all over my hand. It's so high. Have a good one, guys.